Oh, this isn't good. I need a surgeon in Theatre 7 right away. Someone call for the doctor. He's been through hell, Doctor. Backstab entered between the 4th and 5th vertebrae. He appears to have been badly burned by some sort of fiery blast and, well, it looks like someone's cat attacked him too. My God. This man doesn't need a surgeon. He needs a miracle worker. You can save him. What? Who said that? Did you truly think your conscience would disappear when you took off your robes? You have the power to save him. You just need faith. No. I turned away from that path a long time ago. Well, you can't deny who you are, my man. Sometimes you gotta just go with the flow, know what I'm saying? What? Who the hell are you? Hey, come on now, buddy. Don't tell me you don't remember those tentacle parties we used to run with those Void Elf girls back in the day. Oh, yeah. Tentacle parties? I've got no idea what you're talking about. My ass, you don't. Anyway, listen, son, I hate to have to agree with songs of praise over there, but he's right. You just need to have faith in yourself, my boy. And you know, worshipping Cthulhu a little bit on the side's not too bad either. I can't! You don't understand. You don't know what it was like. The tanks would pull 3 packs of elite mobs at a time. And the DPS was so bad at not standing in shit, I felt like I was raiding with Stevie Wonder and the ghost of Ray Charles. We know. We were there. We've always been here. Then you know that they blamed me. I was the healer. I mean, I did tell you to go DPS, man. It's not my fault you wanted to cast Flash Heal on your wife's boyfriend and dress like Ronald McDonald if you found God. None of that matters now. We're running out of time. You have to choose. Are you going to let this man die, or are you going to save him? Fine. Nurse, get me a 4-pack of Monster Zero Energy Ultra, a family-sized platter of original recipe, and the collective works of George Michael. I need to be in the zone if I'm going to pull this off. What are you going to do, Doctor? Only a miracle will save this man's life. I'm going to give him one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. The special time in your life when the whole family can gather around the household dell and listen as your favourite class gets explained in full detail by me, Vulgrin. It's fun for the whole family, unless of course you're a Demon Hunter player, in which case you won't be watching, as you're probably busy at nursery learning not to shit your pants. Today we are going to be talking about the Priest, a class which I have barely any experience of playing because to me, if you play a Priest, you are actively choosing to play a class based on a real-life profession defined by not having any sex unless it's with... No, hold on now. You thought I was going to make a joke about priests and, you know, well I'm not. There's more than enough to make fun of when it comes to this class without having to scrape the bottom of that barrel. Degenerates, all of you, seriously. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I don't have much experience on Priest. It's pretty much limited to me wanting the Absolution set as a transmog. Seriously, why is tier 6 so good for every class? So I'm not really qualified to make this video. Has that ever stopped me before? Of course not. But fear not, because for these videos I do research and rely purely on facts, so you are in safe hands. Priest players are typically strange, creepy individuals who should never be left alone around gnomes. But they are also almost always good players who can make or break an otherwise average raid team. So I'll try to give priests the praise, get it, they deserve in this video. Let's get started. And where better place to start when talking about priests than with a nice little talk about the nature of good and evil in the Warcraft universe. You see, as you might expect, being a priest means relying on faith. You see, you're not smart enough to do big brain stuff like read and become a mage. And you're not strong enough to be a warrior. And you can't even be a rogue really, because rogues are played by people whose fathers didn't love them enough. And if anything, if you're playing a priest, your dad probably loved you a little too much, but that's by the by. What you rely on instead is faith in the higher powers of the universe. What are these powers, you might ask? Well, at this point, I'm going to need to give you a quick refresher course on the light, the void, and travelling space light bulbs. It's about to get weird, so go and steal some more of that communion wine you chug every night, put your feet up, and listen in. Long ago, when the universe first exploded into being, various cosmic powers came into existence. These tended to be the opposites of each other, which could never mix: life and death, pineapple and pizza, and light and shadow. Around the same time, some mad lad decided to chuck a load of weird space light bulbs into the cosmos, and these started floating about until they began to be influenced by the light. These bulbs, or Naru if you want to be a nerd about it, then became supercharged energy-saving halogen light bulbs, and therefore became some of the most powerful light-oriented entities in the universe. But here's the thing, these Naru could also be influenced by shadow, if they were subjected to enough hardcore BDSM action, that is. And because people are weird and can always be counted on to fuck the universe up in some way or another, it was only a matter of time before someone got the idea to shove one of these light bulbs up their arse to corrupt it. This is all metaphorically speaking, of course. What I mean is that these Naru started to get twisted and corrupted into becoming shadow-infused, moody, purple-coloured lights that I guess are supposed to seem disturbing, but actually just look like someone forgot to add textures to a placeholder. Okay, so I get I'm probably not selling the concept of the Naru really well here, and you can blame Blizzard for that. So instead, let me tell you about their major characters. So for the yellow lightbulb crew, you've got terrifying quirky ex-girlfriend and her OnlyFans subscribers. And on the dark side, you've got shitty overhyped raid boss and, well, that's actually about it. There are a couple of other Naru knocking about, to be fair, like this dude who is too base to leave the Burning Crusade, and this weird little guy that Velen keeps locked in his basement to power his spaceship, which is pretty fucking funny, to be honest. Ultimately, what this means for a priest is that your class is defined by these complete opposites, both of which can be drawn upon by an individual with faith, light, and shadow. For gameplay, that means a choice must be made. A choice which has been a burden for priests since the day the game came out. But before we get into that, here's a brief message from our sponsor, Raid Shadow. Nope, it's the Reverend Pastor Vulgrin. Lo and behold, I say that if thou wishest to receive the holy robes of prophecy, if you want to ascend, then I'll tell you what you gotta do. Now what I want you to do is put your faith in Green Jesus himself, because he's speaking to me right now. Yes sir, I can see the light and it's gloriously reflecting off that shiny bald head of his. And he's saying, Vulgrin my man, you're doing the Lord's work. You gotta spread the message. You gotta tell all them viewers out there to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'ma say it again, like the video and subscribe to the Vulgrin WoW YouTube channel. Only then will you become a priest of the highest caliber. Praise the Lord! And we're back in the room. What are those two paths I was talking about then, that the priest can take? It's simple, heal or DPS. It's a big decision for a priest, and obviously completely changes what you'll be doing as part of team-based content in the game. Though most priests I've known tend to play both the DPS and healing side of the class, most also typically prefer one over the other. And really it's been this choice, to heal or do damage, to take the path of the light or that of the void, of Pope Benediction or Shadow Mario, that has dogged the priest since the very first day the game released. So what about healing then? Well look, it's just a fact that priests are the quintessential healers of WoW. It's the only class in the game with two different healing specs, and in vanilla this solidified in the minds of players that the priest is indisputably the class that Blizzard made as the ideal healer. So it's no wonder that back in those early days, when 90% of the player base consisted of terrible, keyboard-turning reprobates with UIs designed by the criminally insane, that having a solid, dependable, geared priest in your raid was considered a big win for any guild. Being a priest healer meant the same thing then as it does now. Responsibility, respect, and guaranteed invites to the freshest content going, if you were good. And being a priest back in the day wasn't easy. It took me a long time to prepare this next clip, but here it is. Everything you need to know if you want to become an elite priest in old school WoW. Hey guys, it's me, it's Vulgrin. You asked for this and I delivered. My first in-game gameplay guide. I'm going to show you how to heal as a priest, old school style, because that's where the difficulty lies. I'm only level 1, but that's fine, because you've got to start early, you know, you've got to be grinding. Now we've got Undertaker Mordo here in front of us, and I'm going to demonstrate on him. This is everything you need to know to be a good healer right here. Don't mind that guy, he's just flipping about a bit. There's a rogue behind me, so I'm just going to watch my anus. Okay, so here we go, try to keep up. If you need to pause, that's fine. Right, so you're going to cast that lesser heal, and you keep going. Look, I know it's difficult, you might have to wait for mana to come back, but then you're back in again. Lesser heal, lesser heal. It just doesn't stop. And bang, there you have it. Perfection. Guide's over, guys, let's get back to the memes. For real though, priests were massively sought after in groups, but as healers, which meant that our Shadow Legends ironically didn't raid much at all in vanilla, and instead remained in a state of dormancy, forever being regarded as a pretty cool, but also definitely niche spec. And risky too, even to this day. After all, it's the only DPS spec you've got if you play a priest, and if Mr. Hazakostas decides to put your one DPS spec in the Crippler Crossface, you're screwed. I mean, look at Enhancement Shamans. They don't care about Shadowlands being delayed, because their spec has already been chilling in the Shadow Realm for the last 2 years. But what about that DPS spec? Is it fun? Well, yeah. If your idea of fun is permanently looking like a hidden character in Smash, or like you're balls deep in the Witness Protection program, which again as a priest may well be justified. If you're a fan of the alluring shades and subtle tones of dark fruits, and you're a connoisseur when it comes to Japanese high culture, then yeah, Shadow might be for you. Just be prepared for the fact that the spec is purple. Like, how many times can I say it? Everything is fucking purple. You look like you want to be this Chad from Fantasia, but you're actually more like this giant grape-looking chick from the Chocolate Factory. Ultimately, the priest is a solid class, especially for someone who doesn't mind playing a niche DPS spec with a quite unique feel, or having the flexibility to stick with one character as a healer whilst enjoying 2 distinct healing specs. Most priests that I know of tend to be solid, dependable players who've been playing the class for years, or they're the main tank's girlfriend. But anyway, best of luck to you. Just try to contain yourselves around the orphans, alright? The church doesn't need another scandal. Fucking priests, man, God, sort your lives out. Oh, that's it. I've done all I can. It's up to him now.
Look, Doctor, you've done it. He's waking up.
Oh, God, I'm good.
You did it. See? Your faith has been restored.
I'm proud of you, son. God, I'm proud of you. No, please, Mr. Metzen. Don't buff paladins and druids. It'll change everything. No. What? Where am I? You're in hospital. You were badly hurt and we had a real fight on our hands, but we've managed to resurrect you. Wait. Now I remember. Hang on a minute. You're a healer. Why did you let me die, mate? Are you bad or something? I was fighting Rathian and I started hitting him in the face like any real man would, and you couldn't even heal me through searing breath. Hang on, I thought you died doing PvP. This is so inconsistent. What? No, I'm telling you this was in a raid. Anyways, I said to myself, no worries, he's probably just shit at the game and undergeared. So I went round the back and started smacking Rath's ass, and then you couldn't even life grip me away from the tail swipe in time. You are bad, mate. Why did it take you so long to res me anyway? Hey, can we get a druid or a paladin in the operating theatre, please? This guy's a joke. But I just saved your life. Listen, mate, you let me die, and I'm the tank, and that means that you are a bad healer. Do you understand? Yep. I think I understand perfectly now. Nothing else for it, really. So you want to play a mage in WoW Shadowlands? Yep, I think this is what I've been looking for. I'll see you guys later, I'm head out. And there we have it, folks. You made it to the end of the video. Well done. I'm surprised that you stuck around. Did you enjoy it though? Let me know if you did. The channel has been growing really fast. It's insane, but awesome, and I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking with me through this. We have a long way to go, and many more classes to cover before I have to think of something else to keep your short attention span kids happy. For now though, have a good day. I'm Vulgrin. I shall see you later. Tentacle hentai parties with Void Elf girls. Ooh yeah.